All right, y'all, man. Welcome back, y'all, to another episode on the JVJ Network. And I am your host. Let's talk with JVJ, man. I hope all y'all doing all right tonight. Man, on your way in, as usual, man, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, share, turn notifications on, all that in the bag of chips, because we are trying to grow. And make sure you support the 3 channels at the bottom if you have not yet. But all YouTube and TikTok, just check it out. But man, hey, look, man. Shout out to Op for earlier. He put out a video, y'all. Supposedly ABBA had this girl that he was dealing with or whatever, and she got pregnant. She ended up having an abortion or whatever the hell. And she decided to make a YouTube channel, y'all. Just give y'all a quick rundown. She decided to make a YouTube channel and tell everybody all about it, at least part 1 of it. So she gave her story earlier. Op covered that shit. So if y'all want to go back to the channel and look in the videos, it'd be the most recent one up there. Y'all check that out. But ABBA obviously had to respond to this shit because they run a big YouTube channel. Abby and Priest is really, really big. They had to respond to this shit. So this is gonna be ABBA responding. They're actually live right now, y'all. So we're gonna react to his live stream that he's actually doing right now. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be great. But before we get into it, as usual, man, get your cigarettes, get your weed, get whatever you need. Because man, let's hear what ABBA over here talking about, man. ABBA dabba cadabba. What he got?
Come up here, guys, and be real honest.
All right,
mostly because why it was stressful is because to top. All right, we're gonna have a 5-minute version eventually. Got to work to it.
But I sped this shit up too.
Let's get to it. A lot of folks been like, "Ah, but you hiding? You terrified?"
Let's hear it, boy. Let's hear it.
I'm going to explain a little bit because some of y'all are like, what the fuck is going on, Abba? And Preacher's not here right now. I actually asked if he could. He said he wouldn't be available until 9:30. I got to go salsa dancing around 9:30. So he might get here just for the end. That's the reason why he's not there. Now, some of you might read into it. Oh, Preach running away. We're streaming tomorrow, so we'll see you guys then. But figured I would just get here right now to talk about it because it's worthwhile. Now, some of you have been following.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it.
That ain't my commercial,
just by
y'all.
thinking about
That's
it.
his commercial.
Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform. Describe what you want and watch it take
Man,
shape.
what a goddamn skip at, Abba?
You can plan, customize,
That's not
expand.
me. Abba, skip the ad.
You know why it was stressful? It wasn't because I pulled a
think it
fresh
was me.
Walter. The reason why it was stressful is because I was involved in a relationship where the other individual, how would I put this?
Got pregnant.
You know, guys,
got a pregnant.
Today you guys are going to see me be a bit vulnerable and be real about aspects of my life that I never want to share with the public, mostly because, I don't know, it involves people I know in real life, and that's always a weird thing. But unfortunately, you know, she forced my hand, and so I figured I'd come up here, guys, and be real honest. I don't hate her. You know, this is somebody I love very, very much, and I loved. And, you know, we went through something that was very, very difficult. And it's hard for me to hate this person because for me, if I love somebody, it doesn't just go away. And so even making this for me right now feels weird. You know, but you were just dancing 5 minutes ago. Yes, because the relationship itself fucking took so much out of me. You know, I can sit here in front of you guys today and feel very comfortable because I gave everything to a relationship, every ounce of me, more patience than I even fucking knew I had, and wore myself out doing everything in my body to make things work. And it just didn't work out. And, you know, breakups are always tough because you leave thinking like, what if, and this and that. But when you give everything, when you know, like you tried and you tried and you tried and it just didn't work out, it's a lot easier for me to walk away and to look back on it and speak about it because, you know, there's nothing really much else for me to do.
Get to
so now
get to the shit,
she comes out with this video. Didn't know what's happening. So it was a little blindside. I woke up at 4 p.m. in the afternoon and you guys are getting this all raw, live, unfiltered, the same way she got it raw. And that's why we're here. Okay. So why don't I just plug in the video a little bit so y'all can see who we're talking about. This is my ex, Libertine Kalina. All right, she's a Filipina, my first, my last. I like you Filipinos. You guys are awesome. You know what I mean? Her family seems really cool, so I'm always say positive things about the people them. But let's take a look.
My name is Libby.
Oh, damn, what a dramatic ass intro. But that's who she is, okay? Now I'm not going to spend an hour going over this whole video because I don't think it's really worthwhile. I think the main concern is Abba. You know what I mean? She got some baby mama drama. Is that what people want to know? The allegation essentially is that Abba's like fresh. She got a girl pregnant and he just manipulated or bullied her or whatever. Or he abandoned. And that can be further from the truth. Could be further from the truth. So we'll get into all of those details, okay? Someone said, oh, Abba, you're sweating right now. To be honest, I really don't. I don't live my private life in a way that I would be afraid if it came to light. I know someone might think that, but I'm not looking back on all my decisions in this dynamic and going, oh my God, if someone, I don't give a fuck. You know, I just don't want to talk because it's annoying. You know what I mean? Having people in my personal life who talk about, it's like, it's annoying. But beyond that, like, I'm not stressing, to be honest with you. So for all the people being like, oh my God, like, not really bothered. So, me and her dated for some time and we talked at length about what we would do if she got pregnant. And both of us landed on we would keep the child. And the reason why we would want to keep a child is because for her, she presented herself as a Christian, someone of faith. For me, I'm pro-choice. You guys know that. But at the same time, I tell myself, like, you know, if it's my child and it feels right and we're in a union, then I'm more than willing, even if it's unexpected, to assume my responsibilities and do what I got to do. The three things that she presented to me that surprised me in all this was that one, she said she would never quit. She's not a quitter. You know what I mean? So that to me was reassuring because I want to work through problems, want to work through issues, fights, everything. And, you know, I value that in a partner. Second thing she told me was that, yeah, you know, she wouldn't get an abortion for her keeping children really important. So I'm like, cool, you know, it's not my faith or anything like that, but I get that and I respect that. And the third thing is that she's not a cheater and she doesn't believe in courting the attention of other men. Okay. And this third one turns out is the reason why we're here today. Okay. She presented herself as somebody who, you know, if I'm seeing somebody or whatever, I wouldn't even let another man come up to me and talk to me. I think it's disrespectful. She presented herself like as one with such strong boundaries and not, you know, entertaining other men. It almost was a lot. You know, for me, like if I'm seeing somebody, if they're exclusive with me, that's all I don't need you to know you said goodbye to someone because they said hi to you at the gym or you ran away. But she felt the need to explain to me it's a big deal to her. So I said, fantastic. Now, let's get to the first thing. We had these conversations about keeping children or not, and I should give you guys a little bit of background. Now you're going to get medical information, okay? Up until about 2.5 years ago. So 2.5 years ago, I went to the doctor, and essentially, I won't get to the long gist of the conversation because it's none of your fucking business. But the doctor kind of told me like, hey, listen, your sperm count's mad low. I don't think you have kids. So in my head, I'm like, shit, I can get a vasectomy. That's like kind of good news, but I wanted kids. Maybe I didn't know, but part of me was like, maybe I won't. So I meet this girl. We hit it off. Relationship's going great. It's crazy. You guys have never, ever seen any person I've been in a relationship or dated. And yeah. So this is my ex, okay? Libertine Kalina, all right? And this is the profile that I saw about her, okay? So here she is, Nothing crazy, you know what I mean? She likes archery. She's a family person, Nothing too crazy. So this is what I know about her, okay? She cute. I might have some beef with her now, but I'm never going to say she was ugly. She wasn't a Chinese escort for everyone to ask. So anyways, I thought I was shooting blanks, and we was
Hey, we got shots fired. You already know Walter and Myron, they over there, they rubbing their hands together. They might be doing a live bot right now too. I don't even know, man. This shit funny though.
We was getting it on, and it turns out I wasn't shooting blanks. Big surprise to the both of us. You guys, I don't know why, man. Everyone was messaging me like, "Abba, you stressed?" I'm like, I'm really not. Okay. So she gets pregnant, and we had a conversation about it. And initially, she's like, "Okay, we'll do this." And this is the only time that she ever told me she wanted to have a kid. And when she told me that, I said, "Okay, I wasn't expecting this, but if this is where it's turning, then I'm gonna assume my responsibilities." But yeah, let's do this. So this happens. Might have been November, October. I don't know. But at this point, my life changes a little bit at that point because I'm in my head now focused on dealing with what's in front of me. I have a huge responsibility. So I'm shifting all things in my life to assume that responsibility. I'm shifting my investments. I'm shifting my work stuff. And I have a hard time explaining this to you guys. I've never fathered a child before, but being a dad was something that I told myself if I was going to do, I would do it the right way. And so for me, it was really important that my life was in order. And even though I'm successful on YouTube and whatever it could be, and I'm doing fine financially, I'm doing great, I think there's a lot of things in my personal life that I could have in better order. You know what I mean? I could be in some better shape. I mean, take my health a little bit better so I'm here for a long time. Mindset things. Like I was really getting ready for the prospect of this. A week goes by, and all of a sudden, I start getting messages from her on a regular basis of her feeling unsure. And the whole time, I'm being incredibly supportive. Don't worry, guys, I'm going to show evidence of this. But for me, it's very tough because from that point on, and for the next 2.5 months, she flip-flopped between I'm not sure and I'm not going to have the child. Now, I could only be supportive because as you know, this is a man's world. But when it comes to kids, babies got control, women got control. So even if I didn't want to have the kid, if she tell me no, then that's what it is. I told her how I felt. I told her why I wanted to go forward with it. She felt differently, and she would waver. And all I could do is be respectful and be supportive because at the end of the day, like think about my options from my perspective. She's carrying my kid. If I stress her out, it may result in a miscarriage. If I make her feel alienated, it might push her to her abortion. All I can do right now for the health of the child and for her health as well is to be supportive. That's all I can really do. So that's what I did. And I tried. You know what I mean? I tried. And one time she said dead set on having an abortion, even though I was against it. And I flew down to be with her, not to convince her not to have the abortion, but to be there for her through it. Because it doesn't make sense to me to have a partner and they're going to go through something as traumatic as an abortion, and I'm not there. Okay, we were committed. So I flew down. And let me see if I can find this in the notes here.
And y'all, I got this at 0.125. I might have to kick it up a little bit more because he must be talking real slow.
Sorry, boys and girls. Here it is. So I'll go down to like, let's see here. All right, so some of you be like, why do you have this, Abba? I'll tell you guys why I have this later, okay? But you guys are going to hear it. I know how you feel about it, but I understand. So right now, you guys are going to hear, this is a conversation that me and her had months later after most of this happened, okay?
Yeah, continue going on.
And you're
I need to know that, like, you're saying, like, you knew what I was going, like, I explained, like, the debilitating decision making. Like I was doing every day. I was going back and forth every day. I was just trying to figure out what to do, and I regret the way I handled it. And I feel like the first few weeks, I was like thinking about you first. I feel like I was like in a triangle of like, okay, if I don't have the baby, then things can continue going on with Abba. But if I have the baby, then it's just like all this pressure with someone, you know.
I understand what you thought in your head, but like, I think the frustrating part for me is I literally flew down to be there for you for the abortion. I don't know how things were going to go afterwards. Like, I would have supported you regardless. But
but it didn't seem like that. It didn't. You kept saying like you're never going to be the same.
But that's just true, right? Like, you are not going to be the same either, and that's okay. Like, I wasn't going to lie to you and tell you I was going to come out the other side one way, but I told you I'd be supportive and I'd be there for you regardless. I didn't go down there to convince you not to do it. I went down there believing you were really going to do it. That's why I went down there. And like, you wanted to talk about it. I didn't even want to talk about it when I came down. You were trying to comfort me, and I said, it's okay.
But you were having a hard time, and sorry, I'm not going to argue with you. You don't think that I look at you and I don't care about how you feel. Like, you don't think at the time I'm like seeing you and I do love you and I'm like looking at you and I'm like, this guy's devastated. And then a part of me is like, I also don't want to, but I'm like, again, I was like in this triangle where like, okay, if I don't have the baby, things can still move forward because it's like we can still figure out if we're compatible. We can still figure all that out. And yeah, I don't think if the pregnancy happened, I don't think any of this would have happened. But sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't know. I think
what did she say?
I always told you the outcome I would have preferred, but I told you I would support you regardless, and I'd be there for you. And I think I try to show up both emotionally and physically by being there in person. I think I went out of my way to try to make that clear to you. And I also didn't lie to you. I didn't tell you I'm going to be fine, everything's going to be great. I told you like, it's going to be tough on us. It's going to be tough on you. It's going to be tough on me. I don't know how I'm going to change afterwards. I can only tell you that I'm dreading it. And I think that's a reasonable and like mature response to the whole situation. And I don't need anyone to coddle me or anything like that. Like, I know these things are going to be difficult, and who knows, maybe it does break us. Who knows? But I would never force you into parenthood before you're ready. And I always told you that. So what I'm saying there is because she didn't want to have a kid, and I was saying I did, right? I told her, though, like, I'm not going to sit here and convince you to be a parent. I think that's weird. Like, I can't force someone to be a parent. So if I'm having a kid with somebody and I'm the one who wants it and they don't want it, I'm not going to force them into parenthood. So I told her what I felt, and then I stopped. I stopped trying to convince her to keep the kid. She didn't want to keep it. So, I just accepted it and tried to be supportive, but I was in this really weird position. So I'll keep going. Always. And I understand you may have not felt that way, but I think you don't know from my perspective. Like, I really tried to convey to you what I wanted while letting you know that I would have your back to the best of my abilities, whatever you choose. And I understand you might have felt differently. I'm just saying what I said and what I tried to do in terms of actions. Okay? Right? Because you didn't want me there for the abortion. Remember? I had to convince you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted to be there for it. And I told you it's my responsibility. It was not to convince you. When I got there at the hotel, I was not trying to talk to you about it. And I know you were trying to say sweet things to me to tell me, like, we'll have more kids in the future. I was like, you don't have to say stuff. It doesn't make me feel good. And it's okay. Like, I'm going to be there. We've got a big day tomorrow. Let's just get through it. And like, that's me telling you, I don't like what's happening, but I'm here because I care about you. You understand? So I think what's tough for me is like, so she didn't want me there for the abortion. I flew down anyways. And the night before the abortion, she was talking to me. She's like, we can have more kids in the future. And I'm like, right before you're going to go end this, that's what you want to comfort me with? So I'm like, just stop. It's okay. I'm not here to be a sour pot. I'm not pouting. It's okay. Let's just go through with this. I wake up in the morning and she canceled the abortion. So this is like the 9th time already that she's changed her mind between having it or not having it. And I can't stress this to you guys enough, how fucking debilitating and mentally breaking it is to have to deal with somebody changing their mind. Now, I'm sympathetic because I can imagine it's a stressful situation. You're deciding your future, you're hormonal. I'm being as patient as I can be throughout the whole process. I'm not saying nothing because I don't know what it's like to carry a kid. But to be honest with you, it was tough on me. Okay, the same was tough on her. I'm not here to villainize her or whatever. All my friends, my friends don't. My friends have nothing nice to say about her. Okay, they say she didn't have whatever, pregnant, it's lying, whatever. I don't say any of that because I know, despite what the fuck she's doing now and all this goofy ass shit, she's not a bad person. At least that's not the experience I had with her. Now, maybe I'm stupid, whatever it is, love struck, whatever you want to say, but I'm just not going to sit here and pretend like she's a demon or whatever. I just think it was a very stressful situation for two people who weren't ready at the time. And I think we just didn't handle it.
Man, I don't look. For me watching her video, y'all, and once again, y'all go watch the video I put out earlier. Me watching her video, I ain't gonna lie. It sounded like she was already planning to try to expose this dude months and months and months before they ended up going to poots. Just being honest with you, she's saving text messages, she's saving phone recordings. Now, he got a phone recording of her ass, so obviously he must have seen something before too. He must have seen something like, nah, I might need to watch myself. And I believe all dudes need to be on that type of time, dude. Like on some real shit, because especially if you in the public eye, man, some of these ladies will come out and try to drag you through the mud. But I wouldn't say that she's the best person, but she What's the point of her coming to the internet and telling everybody that she was pregnant with your baby and she had an abortion? She's coming out trying to harm you. That's some fucked up shit for somebody that she said she loved you and you didn't say you loved her while she trying to embarrass you on the internet. So now I don't know about all that, but either way though, let them keep going, man.
With the best, and you guys are seeing it unfold publicly, and I think it's stupid that it's happening this way. But this narrative that I didn't want to have the kid or some baby drama is not real. For most of our relationship, it was me trying to tell her not to do it. Okay, so that's what it is. And the reason why I just didn't want to do this vid or talk about this is because like it's personal and it's pretty traumatic. And honestly, I'm still grieving that whole experience, and I haven't been good afterwards. It's a tough thing to deal with, thinking you're going to live life one way, and it's like very difficult. And I'm probably going to mourn that for a long.
And look, that part right there that he said before, I forgot to hit that. Changing your mind, constantly changing your mind. Like, dude, I done had situations where girls and fucking like play with me about are they pregnant or not. Doing it for weeks at a time. It's like, nigga, don't nobody want to deal with that stress. And this motherfucker know that she pregnant. And it's like, I'm gonna have it, I'm not gonna have it, I'm gonna have it, I'm not gonna have it, I'm gonna have it, I'm not gonna have it. Man, that was stressing me the fuck. I'm like, man, look, pick one. I don't give a fuck which one you pick. Just pick one and stop fucking with me. If you don't keep changing your mind, keep it to yourself. Don't say it to me. Because I don't need to be involved in that craziness. I feel him on that.
Long time, okay? And I don't want to talk about that with you guys, but here we are. And I'm okay with people making rumors about me. I've heard all kinds of rumors, all the craziest things you can imagine. But seeing my ex do something like this is like, to me, it's a bit loserish, to be honest with you. And it is disappointing, but I think I understand. No, I don't get why, but it doesn't matter. Let's keep going with this, okay? So what happens during this period? So there's about a 2.5 month period after she told me where she's flip-flopping all the time, scheduling abortions, canceling, and like I'm going through hell, okay? And if you guys go back and watch some of them lives during that period, you can see it. I even talk about it and I'm down these bottles like nothing, all right? Because that whole 3-month period, 4-month period, whatever the fuck it was, I don't remember. Time was not real to me. I would wake up and it felt like I was fucking floating and I was, at the mercy of some bullshit. But I just tried to be quiet, be supportive, and just try to do what I can because I just wanted her health to be okay. Because she was not handling the pregnancy well. She was having mood swings and wild. And the way she was talking to me during that period was crazy. And at first I wasn't understanding of that, but I did my own research on what hormones and pregnancies do to a woman, and your boy learned some things. So my own red lines weren't very difficult. Okay. The two things I asked her is like, I don't want any kind of baby mama business. What does that mean? I ain't just trying to get pregnant and see how things go. Okay. So when it comes to having children, ideally we do with intentionality. Now, some of you might say, well, probably shouldn't fuck her raw. I'm gonna hold the L. Like I said, Doc told me everything's cool, but it's still my fault. So Abba can hold some L's. You know what? Let me go through all the L's that I wrote down because I did write these down before I even knew any of this happened. Okay. Abba's many L's. Shit. Okay, here we go. I wrote a bunch of down. So I take some L's, and you know what I mean? Your boy's not against admitting to his faults. Abba chose her. That's a big time L. All right, that's on me. Whatever she's doing right now, at the end of the day, I chose her, so that's on me. Abba ignored some red flags. That's a big time L. Okay, and I will tell you guys why. Before she got pregnant, I think I tried to break up with her one time, and she roped me back in. But at the end of the day, I allowed myself to get roped back in. So before any of this crazy shit happened, Abba's gonna hold the L because he ignored some big ass red flags that he saw, but he decided to ignore because he said we're gonna work through it. And I think this is one of those times where I'm like, working through it is not bad. Just don't do it for the wrong person. And Abba needs an L for that. Abba didn't leave when he felt it was time. That's another L. 3 times total, okay? Another L. Abba got her pregnant. I'm also messaged that one to my doc. My doc lied to me, okay? And the 6th one, and this is the one that I think I'm probably most accountable for, Abba engaged in fights that she started when he should have walked away. Now, I'm talking third person because I wrote that in my notes, but that's what I did, okay? There were some arguments that we had that she would, I'm honest with y'all, look through thread. I could post these if she fucking want to go there. But she would initiate these things. And she'd have a habit of like pushing this button. And I was like, yo, you tripping. And then she would push it. And then I would retaliate. And then she would go, I would never. How could you say that? And I can't tell y'all how much that shit is triggering. But to be involved with somebody you can't walk away from and they push your fucking buttons and then you say something and they act like they never did nothing. I remember I even sent her a message one time. And I started like cataloging at some point what the tactics felt like every time we would have a disagreement. And I'm gonna show it to you guys because this is like from our own thread. I actually sent it to her to be like, I know this is gonna happen. And you know what's crazy? After I would send it to her, I'm like, all right, here's a fight's about to start. I would send her this message being like, this is what I think is gonna happen. One of these 4. Let's see which one happens. I swear she would start hitting 1, 2, 3 like it was bingo. Okay, so this is what it was. So here it was. It would go, complain about how you feel without understanding how the other feels. Okay. Downplay your part in all of it. Number 3, frame yourself as the wronged party in every discussion. And number 4, pretend to be accountable, but end everything with, yeah, I was wrong, but you were more wrong. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say she was.
Sounds like the playbook. Yeah, from personal experience. Sounds like the playbook.
More wrong or I was less wrong. Okay, that is always going to be subjective or whatever. But at the end of the day, 2 people have an argument and both do something wrong, saying you were more wrong for this and you're more, it seems pointless. Like trying to tally up these things, it just feels like everything you say afterwards is bullshit because you're always positioning yourself as a person who's aggrieved and the other one's the aggressor and they need to like really be apologizing. Every argument we would have would be one of these 4. And it just got so exhausting. And at one point, I just stopped. I literally would not talk because every disagreement that we would have would end up in one of these 4. And I was like, nigga, I'm tired. Now you guys are hearing all this and you're like, but why would you ever stay? Because like I said, you guys are hearing now the negative side. But there's actually a good side to her. She can be very kind. She can be very caring. She could be very thoughtful. In fact, this backpack, this is a gift she got me, which I'm a big fan of. She got me the AirPods I'm using right now. She would be very, listen, I'm not gonna get all things, but I'm not here to position her as like some gold digging. Like she never asked me for money, even though I spent way more in terms of traveling and stuff like that. But
okay, great. Wait, were you even
Why
listening?
are they putting the ads
You
over
even
here
taking
like
a single note this entire meeting?
that? And like they playing it while the
I'm
show
actually
is
listening
going.
better than I
Like,
ever have.
and see, I don't know how things would have gone. Okay. But unfortunately, it did happen. And it, like a pregnancy just accelerates everything. It changes the whole dynamic. It just does. So, to me, more than anything, all this is just sad. It's unnecessary to me. But let's keep going.
yeah, what we got next?
All right. I see so many questions, and I'm going to see. Y'all give me some time, okay?
Yeah, fuck.
Shout out to all the new members. I see Sasha Kerr. We got Dizzy. We got Rob Pops.
Yeah, fuck that.
Anything or ask anything, so I don't. So, shout out to Destiny. I'm glad that he's, doing what he does. And in terms of politics, we still you better get an abortion. It's not what happened, okay?
All right, here we go.
Let's keep going with the story because I'm going to do my best to also try and advocate for her position because she viewed some situations differently than me. That's normal in any relationship. But, yeah. All right, let's go on. So, fast forward. We are trying to work things out. She's canceled abortion. She's changing her mind every night. And I'm trying to smooth things out, make things comfortable. During this time, it's difficult. But all I ask her is like, I will work through anything with you. You can get mad. You can be upset. We will figure it out. The only thing I ask, and this is the one thing I asked her, don't cut me out. Don't say I'm your partner and then decide I'm not involved at all. That's the only thing I ask. You have the final say in regards to what, that's fine, but just consult with me. Just ask me. That's it. I don't need you to convince me or whatever, but you can't cut me out. You can't arbitrarily. And that's what she did. She did that repeatedly. And she didn't just do like normal forms. Like one time, so right after we went down for the abortion thing, and she changed her mind. Obviously, this was a seismic shock to me. I'm not expecting her to cancel the abortion appointment. So for the next 3 days, I'm processing because I'm like, I don't know where this is going. I'm not human anymore because I'm just flipping back and forth. And our communication dies down a little bit. And from her perspective, what she felt was I was done with her because I wasn't messaging her as often. And from my perspective, what I was experiencing was like, I don't know where the fuck this is going. And I'm floating, okay? That's the best way I could describe it because life is not real. Now, her being upset because communication's a bit down, perfectly valid. She texts me, she says, shit, I think I might have these messages. Let me see if I got these. And if I don't, I'm gonna screenshot the fuck out of them. Because she said this should be a text. And I'm like, this is not real life. You know what? It'll take me too long to find them. But if she says this is not true, I'll go find the text message. She texts me and she goes, you're out of the pregnancy. I'm going to handle this by yourself since you haven't messaged me back. You're out. So first off, I'm like, since when do you want to keep this thing? 1, 2. Says, what do you mean you cutting me out? Like, so I text her very calmly. I'm like, yo, call me. She don't do that. She starts going off and then I calm her down. We get on a call. We start smoothing things over. But now my anxiety is a bit up because I'm like, this woman is going to willy-nilly say I'm not in it anymore, which is a crazy thing to experience. Fast forward some time, and for me, this is like a point where I'm starting to think like maybe I don't want to be involved with her in any shape, way, or form. Because not only can she constantly change her mind on me, but she can tell me I'm not part of things whenever she wants it. She thinks that's acceptable. She didn't just also tell me that; she also canceled all of her plans. Canceled her Christmas plans, her New Year's plans. And so I was like, yo, your boy king. From there, she gets very upset with me considering ending things between the two of us. And this is something that she would do throughout when I would think about ending things, okay? And I don't like showing this because to me, this is something that should stay private. She had told me that she was thinking of harming herself, okay? Now, this is not the first time. This is now the second or third time she's done this. All right.
Hey, ladies, can y'all stop doing that shit?
You guys can see these messages.
Let me get out the way so we can see these messages.
I can't explain to people what it's like to be in the scenario where you think your partner is going to kill themselves and they're pregnant, which is like, but I'm literally frantically texting her, triple texting, quadruple texting, but I mean, at the end of the day, I'm trying to stop someone from killing themselves. So I'm not going to apologize, okay? You can read the thread. You see me saying, you cut me out of the pregnancy, you're cutting me out of the abortion, you cut me out of the relationship. Like, I'm explaining to my frustration, be like, and she says, I'm going to kill the baby. Okay? I called the cops. I'm not even going to apologize. And maybe, I don't know if this is crazy. I've never spoken about this portion with anybody, but I called the cops. Not because I wanted her in jail, because I didn't want her to kill herself while no one's around. Mind you, this person lives, where does she live? She lives a 5-hour flight away from me. So I'm on the East Coast, she's on the West Coast. There's no way I can just go to her door myself. So mind you, I'm trying to be supportive from a distance. So here it is. She says that she's not home. She's doing all this other shit. And I'm stressing the fuck out. I did call the cops. I needed her to see that I'm being fucking serious. Cops are on the way. I'm giving them the license plate, everything. Like, you know, I'm contacting people in her life I've never spoken to. I know about them because she tells me about them. I'm contacting because I need to make sure she's not going to be successfully killing herself. Okay. She took her sleeping pills. She claimed she was sleeping in her car, whatever it was. Okay. So this is something else you're going to learn about me today, which I never thought I'd tell you. But me personally, if I love somebody, like I will fucking blow through a wall for them. Okay. And I don't, if I see my person suffering, I don't know. I see red. It's kind of how I am. So yeah, I tried. Genuinely, through multiple suicide attempts, I tried to do whatever I can to convince her to not do it. And yeah, she would use that shit. I personally, now looking back, I feel like a bit of manipulative because it would often happen when I would try to end things. You know, one time, the first time she used her sister, who has an addiction problem. I ended things before the pregnancy, I think. And she hit me up talking about her sister relapse, and me like a fucking dummy. You know, I immediately went to being concerned and caring for her rather than asserting my own boundaries and staying away from her. But I know this is the fault I have, and this is another L for me. So I'll take that. Okay. If I love somebody, I'm trying, and I won't feel bad for that, because if it's for the right person, I don't think that's a bad thing. But obviously it was not for the right person. So here we are. Okay. And I'll say this too, guys. I'm not sitting here showing you guys like, oh, Abba's such a great person, whatever. No, like during our arguments, I would say things I wasn't the most proud of. And I'll own the fact that I was a big piece of shit during those times. Okay. But those were also arguments I never initiated, never really feel like I was deserving, and that she would push. So it's just like, when you're fucking held to the end of a gun and someone pushes you, you're going to say some shit. Does it make it okay? No. And I'm going to have to hold that L, but I can also say, I ain't never been through this before. Never had someone who pushed me to this point.
Yeah, I just got fixated on that goddamn bar above my head. I thought that was on my shit. I'm like, man, my fucking camera touching something. Then they got a fucking rack over there. I'm tripping, y'all.
My girl here. You hear me? My girl here, she pushed me to that point. All right. Oh, this shit tastes so good today. I will say, Koreans, if you're a Korean and you're watching, this has got to be the pride of your fucking country. This is the most delicious alcoholic beverage. And the reason why I can do this, guys, to you, unfiltered, raw, the way she got it. I told you guys like this at the beginning. I gave everything. I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed at all. I gave everything, bro. And I don't know, you know, afterwards, I was kind of broken up about it. And honestly, I probably did some stupid things after the fact that I shouldn't have done while I was in that period. And I still need to recover. You know, it's going to take me some time to get those pieces back. I'm going to make some more tracks. But I really did give everything. And I'll never be ashamed of that. So that's why I'm at with that right now. I'll keep going with this story. But right now, you know what I need?
Don't start dancing, nigga. Don't start dancing, nigga.
We're unsure. Let's keep going. So fast forward. We worked through some of these suicide attempts, which I now feel like it's been manipulative, in my personal opinion. And yeah, we get to the next portion. And the next portion is things are smooth. We've worked it out. We made up. We kissed. Okay. There was some lovey-dovey business going on. All right. And fast forward to a month after the fact. Oh, actually, there's some context that does need to be said. During this period where we're having these talks and we're unsure, or she's unsure more. Let me make sure I have that video here. Okay, so you guys are now going to get to see one of my most private notes, okay? I want y'all to pay attention to the date. This is before we were broken up. You can see it at the top over here. Right? Boom, okay? Now, if you guys are wondering why it's written,
we've helped thousands of veterans get jobs in
God
tech
damn
making
it,
10K
man.
or more a month without spending 4 years in college. And here's how.
Shit.
share with her some of my feelings that I've been feeling, okay? So I'm going to read it out to you guys. It says, and for me, you know, one thing that's important is that any child I do bring into this world, that I'm actively part of their life. That means that I'm seeing them on a regular basis and that I'm very close to their mother, ideally married. That's the best situation for me, and that we are together. That's what I truly, truly want. My biggest fear is that I have the opposite of that, that if I end up, what I want to say there is that if I end up in a situation where distant, I can't spend time with my kid, and there's a separation of sorts, that prospect terrifies me, okay? And the reason I bring that is that the deepest parts of myself, there are some parts of you that are worried or are a bit nervous that you are still very much on the fence, that you aren't very certain, which at this stage isn't even an abnormal thing. And the reason why I'm saying that is like, we aren't deep enough into our dating journey for her to be certain about me, okay? So I can understand, and especially being pregnant, hormonal, you know, I'm seeing it from her perspective. I can understand why she might be on the fence about the relationship still, okay? Which at this stage isn't even abnormal. But the potential outcome of us bringing this child and then you realizing this only afterwards terrifies the shit out of me. I want to bring it up to you because I'm not just mentioning this out of the blue. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit here. I do feel over the time that we've known each other, you've brought up a lot of problems that you have with me, be it the way I run my personal stuff, the way I talk, my judgment, you stuff relating to my past quite a lot. And yes, you've moved past it. So for more big context, she's like mentioned, okay, again, I'm not trying to vilify her. She would bring up a lot of problems. Some of them I felt were very ridiculous, personally. And some of the stuff she should have known before she got with me. And someone saying like, I have a problem with your past is a weird thing to say, considering like I am who I am publicly. So why would you come out all of a sudden and say that to me? Or like my sense of humor or things like that. Like, it's just like, lady, like, you're going to do this now, but she had issues. You're entitled to those. My main issue is you are here now, and here at the 11th hour, you want to bring up stuff that you should have known beforehand. So then why are you doing that? But it's her right. I'm saying essentially, if you have these problems, and we have this kid, and it's irreconcilable, that's an issue for me, okay? But I just want you to understand that the mounting of things that I felt like I've been cutting up that have become sources of issues for us, it makes me wonder if you're simultaneously both loving me and at the same time not sure if I'm the man for you. And as far as I'm being asked to change some aspects of myself and some very core to me, I worry that some of these are irreconcilable differences.
Okay.
And yeah, my concern is bringing a kid into that situation. It's a bit scary. So I wanted to kind of just share that with you, what I'm thinking. And yeah, I can handle you not wanting me. I can't handle having a child with you and then finding that out. There you go. Okay, you guys can see it there on the screen. And I think that's a fair statement. My thing wasn't the fear of being co-parents. Guys, relationships get together, they break up sometimes. That's okay. That happens. The only thing I told her, the one thing that I didn't want when we would have conversations is I don't want to go into a baby mama situation. I don't want to have a kid with somebody that we're already broken up. That's like, no, that's the one thing I don't want, okay? I'm fine if we try and we go to therapy and we go to counseling and we do everything. We love each other, so let's try. And then if we break up afterwards, I can live with that. We did what we could. My issue with her is that I started to feel like she didn't want to try, okay? So she knows this. That's the only thing I asked this entire time. She's never told me that she wants a kid. All she's told me is that she's unsure or she doesn't want it. She's scheduling an abortion. So this whole time, I've been fighting for the relationship, fighting to keep the kid, okay? And you guys, I have much more examples of this, but I'm not trying to go through everything because your boy's trying to go dancing tonight, okay? Fast forward, things are going better, okay? I think that I'm enjoying a good relationship, that we've figured things out, we've worked through it. And when you work through things, you feel close to the person. Like, damn, me and this motherfucker been fighting through shit, you know what I mean? I'm out dancing one Thursday, the same way I'm gonna be dancing tonight. I get a call from her, can we talk? Immediately at the middle of the dance, I'm like, She's like, you can get home and we'll talk then. But whatever inside of me felt off, okay? I said, no, I'm gonna leave, which I never do. But this is the future mother of my children, the person I'm supposed to maybe marry, I don't know. So I go home, I get on the call. I want to say that I maybe said 5 words and she did most of the talking. And you know what I'm gonna say, guys? There's nothing worse than when someone breaks up with you, okay? And they want to say a bunch of compliments. This is the most fucking exhausting thing. It's like, they just get this shit over with. I said it in the voice message, right? The voice note that you guys saw before. I can handle you not wanting me. I can't handle you not wanting me after the child is here. Yeah. So I said, I can handle you not wanting me. I can't handle having a child with you and then finding that out. Cool. Up until now, she never wanted a kid. She tried to have multiple abortions, okay? Tell me how this lady gets on a call with me and says, I'm ending the relationship and I'm keeping the baby. Oh, shit.
Nigga stupid.
Bukai! Yo, when I say I was floored, I didn't say a word. I was so blown away. I was like, is this real life? And now, and I literally never saw it coming. She never spoke to me, never gave me a heads up. And I'll prove it to you guys, okay? Don't worry, there's proof. Guys, the call, the way it ended, I'll tell you what she said. And she was giving me a speech. Oh, you were so amazing. You're the best. Blah, 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 blah. And okay, peep this. Peep this. She gets to the end and she says that. And my first reaction, I'm still in shock because this is the one outcome I asked her not for. And she blindsided me with it. And I said, okay, just keep me updated. Bye. And you guys might think that reaction is crazy, but having her cut me out already a couple times, for her to do that this way and for the kid thing to be dropped that way was insanity. I can't tell you, this is by far the worst betrayal anyone's ever done to me. And I'll probably process that for a while, to be honest with you. But I was fucked up, not gonna lie. That night, I think I might have played video games for like 2 hours and passed out and just tried to live. The next day I texted her, I'm like, you know what? If you could lie to me this whole time and keep me in the dark about this and then fuck me up with a betrayal that big, I don't want to co-parent you. I said, listen, if you're going to have it, I prefer if you didn't, because you've been wanting to have this abortion this whole time. I said to her, I prefer if you did it, but if you're going to do it, whatever. Oh, is that preach? Oh, you want to jump in? They thought you hated me.
No, I wasn't.
Were you listening the whole time?
Yeah.
How is it?
Good job.
Okay.
Good job. It's just that I was in the show and I went half away from here.
Yeah. She said when Preach finds out, he's gonna leave y'all. I was like, you stupid as fuck, bitch.
Shit, you stupid as fuck.
All right.
I'm sorry. Let me shut that off because
Yeah.
I was in my car. I was driving. I left. I was an hour and a half away from here.
Yep.
I was on stage at 8. I left at 8:15.
I appreciate you.
You know how.
Because you said you want to do this tomorrow, but I'm like, this can't wait. I want to go out dancing.
I didn't know that's what you. I didn't understand that's what you were doing.
Yeah.
And then I realized I put the dots together, one and one together, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
It is that. All right, cool.
Yeah.
You took the whole spot. You moved.
Because I was going to do some dancing. I set up the camera. I was going to do some dancing later. We were going to get a little session.
Man, hold
All
on, man.
Right.
So I'll keep going for a round.
So are you good?
Yeah, good. To be honest, I'm actually good. I told them the same thing I told you.
I know, bro, but I'm just. Yeah.
I know. I appreciate you. A couple of boys hit me up. I said, listen, guys.
Well, you're going to sit here right now.
Listen.
I didn't hit you. Yeah, I know. Just speak your shit.
Yeah.
Talk your shit.
So it was, for me, the worst betrayal, to be honest. And I'll own up to this. It's not a responsible thing to respond the way that I did. But I hope you guys understand the shock that I had in the moment. And with a few months, I might have changed in my mind. To be honest with you, co-parenting with someone like her, I just can't imagine it. She is the way she handled this whole shit was demonic, okay? I'll still defend her in a lot of regards, but I'm glad. Like, one of the most happy parts, guys, like the reason why I can smile today is like, as fucked up all this drama is, I don't got to co-parent with her. You know what I'm saying? I don't got to be tethered to this person for the rest of my life. I will be eternally grateful for that. I'm sad about other parts. There's some things I'm mourning, but just imagine how crazy all this is, and you guys are going to do your clips. I don't mind. Go crazy. I ain't going to trip. But at the end of the day, I'm okay. What do you want to say?
No, I'm just waiting for the juicy part.
Okay.
The part where I get to call her a witch.
So when she hears that I don't want anything to do with her, initially she's like, cool, bye. Fuck you then. I block her ass because I'm like, bitch, you betrayed me, so fuck you, right? I didn't say that literally, but I'm like, be gone out of my life, witch. Tell me how I start getting bombarded by everyone in her circle with blackmail threats.
Why do you think? We can speculate. But
So this piece of garbage,
I thought she was nice.
not in this moment, she's a garbage right now. You know, people shift, people go through phases. I was a garbage in my younger years. You know what I mean? Okay.
I am mad at you right now.
So she had sent me a recording that she had done of our call. I didn't know she was recording. So you guys, I need you, maybe it's normal online. It's not normal to me. I've never had someone record a call with me. And then she had uploaded it to YouTube in a private account, and she sent me the fact that she recorded our final call. The one where I was really upset about how things unfolded and how I was really done with her and I felt betrayed. I was upset.
Get Spectrum fiber-powered internet
God
free
damn.
forever when you switch. And
Right when you get to the juicy part, they always hit the commercial, man. I'm getting back to it.
The betrayal I felt at that time and how she could do that to me after everything I tried, I was like, yo, fuck you. She recorded it. I was blown away. That's why I have the recordings I have now. Because when I realized she was recording and she was trying to build some kind of case, I said, I'm going to keep my recordings from the future going forward. Okay? So she sends me texts. I don't engage. I block her. She sends it from a different number, sending me the link to the video. And do you guys see what it says here? Video 1 of 10. Okay? And I'm going to just move it to the side. You can see the text, but the text says, I told her release it. You know why I said release it? I don't care.
Hold on, bro. Hell no. Ever doing that, look, I ain't even finna do it, bro. Like, that ain't it, bro. That was her profile picture of you in the phone. Shit, lame as hell.
And I'm going to just move it to the side. You can see the text, but the text says, I told her release it. You know why I said release it? I don't care. Genuinely, I don't run my life in a way that if it became public, I'm terrified. I told her fucking release it. It's worth having you out of my life. Let's see if I got more of this shit. Then her friend started messaging me. Look what this goober ass posted. Y'all see this?
The phone number.
I don't care. Fuck them and their fucking phone number. You see this? So she's like, yo, I'm gonna contact the ops. I want y'all to think how crazy that is. I want y'all to think about how crazy that is. Someone you trusted, someone you loved, someone you gave everything to, and they had their friends say they were going to blackmail you by contacting the ops. Now, from her perspective, what she's going to say is, I felt abandoned. Bitch, you abandoned me first. You gave me the one outcome I didn't ask, and then you cut me out, and then in a 24-hour span, you were asking me to be supportive of you and to be like, okay, so how are we going to co-parent? That is a crazy thing to do. Now, she's hormonal. She's losing it. I'm going to be as charitable as I can be and say, it's probably not easy on her end, but this is insane. Ain't it?
Is it before or after she's contacting me?
This is before. Here's another one here, a different person. And what I said, feel free. She would never, but her friends will. She sent her friends to go after me. Okay.
Wait. She has just a good support system.
She has such a good support. Yeah.
She never would, but her friends will. And the emojis and the clowns. Nah.
Yeah. Okay.
Burn the whole town.
Okay. Let's keep going. And to give you guys an idea of how rampant this shit was, it was really weird. I'm not gonna lie. Like when I say I was shocked, I don't say that lightly. Okay.
Oh, uncanny. I never doubt.
And I'm going to play more recordings after. But I think it's always a good idea. You know what I mean? Just for a little bit of context. These are all the numbers I was having to block because she would not stop. The harassment was crazy, guys. Okay, y'all see that? Put another up on screen. Okay, this is from after. Well, we'll get to that later. All right.
So when she made that video where she said he blocked me 100 times, that's what she failed to fucking say.
Yeah,
that's what she failed to say. He blocked me so many times. Yeah, but you contacted on different numbers. Ooh.
To be fair, I did definitely block her more than she blocked me, but at the same time, I was trying to get away from her multiple times. The suicide attempts, my sister's going through stuff like, yeah, it reeled me back in. What can I say? I'll own my own mistakes because I made them, okay? Caring too much for the wrong person, making too much effort, whatever insecurity in me that drives me to feel like I need to take care of people this way. It's not a good thing, especially when directed at the wrong person. I'll own that every time. I don't sit here, guys, and be like, Abbott's perfect or whatever. Nigga, no. All right? Whatever. So wait, I'm going to keep meaning it. You know what? Why am I acting like I'm not ready to go out dancing?
Yeah, exactly. You got a wet towel.
I don't got one towel. I got two, okay? Because we got the salsa.
Okay, no, mi morena. No Filipina.
I'm so glad. No salsa dancing with Filipinas, okay? I'm joking. I love my Filipinos. And one thing I'm grateful for her, she definitely put me on Filipino people, and I'm a big fan. Okay. So she's doing all this blackmail. I'm not. I ain't tripping, bro. Like, put it out, whatever, just get out of my fucking life. A month goes by. Now I've had some time after she's harassed a bunch of people. She even contacted the preacher, and I didn't even know until later. She started contacting, her friends were contacting people around me, blackmail threats, whatever it could be. A month and some change goes by, maybe. And now things are setting in. I've had time to process the betrayal, how I felt about it. But I think it's a good time now to play more of the recording. The reason why is that we discussed this around this time. Okay? And I'm going to go pretty early, and you're going to hear quite a lot of the recording. Again, I only started recording after I realized she tried to blackmail me. That's the only time, okay?
Yeah, I don't.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you're not. And that's okay. Thank you for letting me say all that. But yeah.
So the context right now, the reason why she's like this is that she called me eventually and she apologized. She apologized because she knew she was tripping, and she admitted that she was mostly at fault, okay? During this apology call that she does, okay? A lot else gets said, but this is her after I'd responded to her apology call, okay? I don't know if it was like through text. I don't remember because a lot of this is hazy. I just remember she had a lengthy apology for everything that she did that was wrong.
I think just to debrief or to recap, I couldn't have you. I don't want you to for us to separate and you not think that this was really hard on me, and that I didn't love you. Again, I don't think the amount of like grief I had gone through this last month would have existed, and like still carry that today. I feel like the pregnancy kind of made me not think correctly and do things the right way, and it kind of messed things up weirdly, and I didn't move properly. And the only thing I can say to that is like I didn't know what I was doing, and I was honestly trying my best, and
She talk like a goddamn third grader, man. I'm for real, man. She talked like a third grader.
Sorry, you guys can hear me clicking in the background. I'm doing the same pose I did when she broke up with me.
yeah, I'm sorry for everything.
It's okay. Like I said earlier, before we start this call, I don't want you to think that I want to do this to.
This shit right here smell good, y'all. Just so y'all know. I need to take a picture of this shit. This shit right here.
But to be able to say which one.
You can get some panties with this shit.
Like things off your chest. And I appreciate you sharing all these things. And
$8. $8. Shit smell good as fuck.
Do you have any questions that you want to ask me?
No, but I think really the only honest thing that I'm feeling right now is like you're not saying much, and that's just making me feel dumb for like saying everything that I said.
Why?
Pause. My boy. I'm
So her apology, she's
Here's how you can take advantage of
God
wealth.
damn,
Build
man.
generational
Goddamn
wealth.
commercials, bro. And like I gotta
Step
play the
one.
goddamn commercial.
Purchase it.
Why they
I'm
do
gonna
it
tell
like
you
that?
something right now, okay? And it might be controversial, but I don't think so. In my lifetime, I've seen many pregnant women. And I can tell you that much. The pregnancy is not the problem. It's something else. 1, 2. So her body changed while you saw her being pregnant, right?
What are you trying to say? She wasn't pregnant?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, what do you see? What certainty do you have
I
except her
believe she was
word?
pregnant.
What certainty, except her word, do you have that she was actually pregnant?
Okay, so you think she wasn't pregnant?
That's not. I'm asking. I have.
I'm certain. I'm not going to say what, but I'm certain.
You do?
Yeah, I'm certain.
Perfect. We don't need to go any
I'm going to defend her when I feel it's fair. She was pregnant.
Fair. Cool. All right.
I told you, all my friends, all of them were like, "Just be lying. She wasn't pregnant." Also, keep in mind, keep in mind, she never once asked me for money ever. Like, it's not a gold digger situation or whatever.
Gold digger situation. It's a crazy situation.
Maybe. I'm just saying, the people ran with that narrative like it just didn't happen. So I just want to say that. Go ahead, man. Why am I defending her? Yo, she a gold digger. Go ahead. What do you want to say?
No, it's just that all that I've seen people being wrong, and I've seen people being very, very, very highly hormonal in their pregnancies. That, my friend, is something else.
Sure.
Wait, is she pregnant now?
No, let's keep going to start, bro.
It doesn't make me feel dumb. It just makes me feel like a little. Obviously, it was fine for me to say that, and thank you for holding space for me to even explain all that. I promise you, that was my reality, and that was all true. But I did kind of like pour my heart out, and
I just feel like if I start doing the same, we're gonna probably start arguing because you're gonna like disagree with how I view things or the way I view them, and I didn't want to invalidate whatever it is that you're feeling or doing that. So I think that's why I'm just not.
Okay.
That's why I'm not.
That's it right there. I stopped engaging because every time I would disagree, it was always like, you're more wrong. My feeling. So I was like, you know what? Cool. I just stopped talking. And that's what you're seeing right there. Okay. I'm going to move the recording along. I'm going to now explain to her why I pulled away, and you guys are going to hear her reaction. Okay.
I didn't see.
Let's get it.
You know, I also spent time thinking about it. I mean, as far as the end goes, you know, obviously I didn't see any of that coming, and I kind of just didn't say anything at the time because obviously I was very caught off guard, and on top of that, it was like an outcome I never could have ever imagined. So, you know, with the shock and everything, all I wanted was to just kind of get away, and I understand that from your perspective, you might have felt like you needed me, but honestly, I felt like you like ran a truck through my head, and I didn't want to say anything because I had no control or any say in it. So it was just like I just couldn't be supportive. I couldn't be there for you because I was just I knew
I did that to you.
And I'll just say, like, you know, I don't know, my response wasn't great, but
and see, that's the crazy part about it because he already showed us that he emphasized that he had a big issue with that and he didn't want that to happen, and she still went and did it to him. So it's like when you in these relationships, I know, especially now, people are getting better with like literally trying to put up a boundary early. And if you're not, I don't know what you're doing in your relationship, because if it's something that bothers you, you might want to get that conveyed out real fast so that shit stops happening, because otherwise it's going to build up and get worse. Motherfuckers will give you the boundary and then you say fuck it and still do it anyways. Like, I don't know how many countless relationships I done been in where I didn't put out there that I didn't want this to happen. Like, this is, and it's easy to control. It's like it's a normal request. I don't want this to happen, and it still happens. Like, it intentionally happens. Like, dudes feel some type of way about that shit because women want a lot of things. Contrary to popular belief, y'all, women want a lot of things. Men don't really ask for too much, and if a motherfucker put up a boundary to don't do this, and then you do it, like, he's gonna feel some type of way. I think that's just common fucking sense. But either way, though, let him keep going.
You know, it felt like I got ran over, and then I was like asked to be supportive and present by like the person who ran me over. And when I just kept wanting to like get away, like I was just bombarded, and so then I just started attacking. And
by bombarded, I mean I was harassed by all her friends and threatened with blackmail.
I'm not proud of that response, but I don't know what I could have done in that moment when I tried to get away. You know, like, and you know, I'm really not someone who spends time being cruel to the people around them or stuff like that. I'm generally very, very, very calm. But I definitely felt like, I don't know. I think I felt like there was not much space for me throughout quite a lot of it. And
all right, you'll hear me a little bit emotional. You know what I mean? Members only access. Turn this portion off. You want to see them tears yet?
We didn't know it was that until you said it, to be honest. Maybe you had the sniffles.
I think you're going
to hear it. It's going to be pretty clear.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the relationship as a whole.
Yeah, I knew that
It's okay. I know you know, but actually.
And I'm sorry that I kept like trying to reach out. I'm not saying this is right. I was so desperate to figure out, like, well, I knew that at that point we were just like at war and we were just fighting. But like, I just was so desperate to figure out what to do with the pregnancy, and me wanting to keep it. And then I had broken up with you because I wanted to keep it. But then that was like a dumb thing that I did. Again, I froze, and that ended up the way that ended up. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just telling you, like, it was like, I don't know what the heck. My like cognitive ability was just like so impaired by all this pressure. And yeah, and then again, that's why I reached out to preach, and I was just so desperate to figure it out and do the right thing. And it was like soul crushing. Like, this whole thing didn't like just hit like my heart, like it crushed my spirit, like everything did. Like from the moment, you know, even like me having that phone call with you, and me like not realize, like, and everything happened so quick. And even like a few weeks after, I knew it was my fault, but like I was like, I knew you were going through like your process of like shock in the beginning, but it was the week I had the abortion, and Kimberly had came back to help me. I think this was 2 weeks after talking to you, after our last talk. And yeah, it was 2 weeks after. I was still trying to figure out if I wanted the baby. I had gone through like a weird shock.
She was so shocked. Her first reaction was to run to Fresh and Fit. Anyone else, like, to be honest with you guys, that's like, to me, so insane. I've never had a problem with someone so severe that I'm like, I'm going to blackmail you, or I'm going to contact your biggest enemy and tell them a secret I think is going to destroy you. Like,
that's fucked up. And I like, when I watched her video and she admitted to that, talking about she never did it, but like, to even threaten that type of shit. Bitch, I've been inside you, ho. I'm gonna spend money on you, ho. I done fucking literally told you that I love you. I'm trying to make it work with you. I had a baby inside your ass. And you gonna run to the people that hate me the most to try to give them some dirt that hurt me? That's some foul ass shit, man. That's some foul ass shit. That's some foul ass shit. And she admitted that even if you thought about doing it, because she swears she didn't do it, but she said she threatened that she was gonna do it. I'm like, what are we doing around here, man?
So goddamn corny. And to someone you love, like, you know, you guys hear me here. I don't talk about her like she's the devil. She definitely did some fucked up shit, but I still very much, there's some love in me for, because we went through something difficult. Genuinely, I'm still mourning the abortion, everything that happened with it. It's a tough thing for me. To be honest with you, so I'm going to have to figure that out, and that's my own experience. But there's just certain things that she did, and she just doesn't recognize the gravity of it or what kind of betrayal it is. Go ahead.
Just in the way that you contacted me, you were off. Off. Why contact me? I felt like she wanted to use me. That's what it felt like. It was weird. It's like, I don't know what you.
Whoa. What's
God damn it, man. These motherfuckers got a lot on this goddamn live stream.
Nina just built an
Y'all will be back to that.
Making the rounds to contact the others. It's not you contacted one person, bitch. You made the rounds to contact everybody. Some dumb people fell in the trap. Fit, Fresh, Stevie. You contacted everybody. That is not. I didn't know.
So she actually did contact them motherfuckers? Hold on, I'm letting them keep talking. She actually contacted them motherfuckers? So she lied in her video? Okay.
What to do? I think one of the last things that you told me in that text that you sent me was, I think I know how I'm going to proceed. That's what you chose to do?
Peep it though. Someone said, yo, Abba, stay away from these snow bunnies. She a rice bunny. It's different, okay? I promise. Fully rice made, all the way from the Philippines. Highly approved. Give everyone a shout out.
Nah, man. You don't have no bad words for her. She's a witch.
You know what it is, bro? I made peace with it. Even this whole thing, like the reason why I'm like this, the feelings I feel is more so in regards to the pregnancy and everything involved with that. That's tough on me, to be honest with you. That's the part that gets to me. But her, like, I've moved on. Truly, like, actually in my heart. And I hope she finds happiness. She's got issues and she got to go figure that out. And I hope she gets better. But I don't feel any type of way. The reason why I don't have any words of anger for her, to be honest with you, is because I'm over it.
And you know what the thing is? I'm sorry. I'm going to say one thing. I'm sorry. Because I do know some witches. And that's not what you are.
Yeah.
Because all the witches that I got in my life, they're actually pretty good. You a succubus. You suck the life out of people. That's what you do.
I used to call her a vampire. I used to call her that.
Cousins.
Yeah.
That's what you do. That's what it is. And then you pull this, looking so dead on the video, your face not moving. Oh no, you a succubus. You look dead outside and inside, my girl.
Yeah.
You a succubus. I have no love for you. None.
Guys,
none.
Guys, I know people are like, oh, man, I'm so sorry, whatever. Truly, if you had done this live like 3 months ago, I'd have been fucked up. Right now, I'm actually in a really good spot. yeah, I mean, life is pretty good. You know, your boy's slimming down, exercising every day, doing his thing, going to see people, see friends, family.
We're not friends.
You know what I'm saying?
We're not friends.
Just came back from my brother's
But
wedding.
she's a succubus.
So like this is not fresh for me. Okay.
No, it's not. It's not fresh.
All right.
It's stupid, which is technically the same thing.
And we got some good music out of it. We're gonna get some more. Don't worry, bro. We got some other tracks coming down the pipe. All right. So us separating and going through this is gonna release. Think about it. I made that music video. Wait, which one am I talking about right now? Because I heard the Fresh and Fit Boys are here.
Listen up, yeah, do your thing because they're going live at midnight, so they need to gather some things.
I mean, I made this after me and her ended. Do you understand how much she was amused in her absence? That's all we know.
No woman is not you.
Oh, so you got a girl now. You change, make self-improvement, takes all day.
This would have not happened if I was still dating her. You know what I mean?
That's gay.
We thank you.
No, I don't want no women, no. No, I don't want no woman. No, I don't want your cuddles, no. I'd rather sleep with the boys. No, I don't want no meet girls, no. I don't want no women. Boys and girls looking love for me. Spending time on my boys behind. Rubbing on their backs. That's the record away. No, just no. No, I don't want no women. Spending time on my boys behind. Rubbing on their backs. That's the record away. If you feel at home with your mom.
Oh, yes, bro.
I'm talking to you. You're broken, hate these women. That's the record away. Yes, bro. I'm talking to you, baby. If you're ready to find your bird. What am I? With no expertise, oh no, wife, no wife, no, I don't want no women, no wife, no, I don't want no women, no wife, no, that's what I do. No, I don't want no women, no.
All right. And that's all this to say, guys. Let's get right back to it because we're not done.
And the sad part, a lot of magic does come out of when a dude down and out, and especially when it comes to him and his girl, man. You might get some magical things done because you kind of find out that you got a lot more free time on your hands. You can actually channel and focus that shit. You can put some nice shit out. I ain't never known a motherfucker to even be in a relationship, man. On some real shit. And he got a cute looking goddamn Filipino and shit. So I'm like, Abba obviously know how to talk and pull him out there. But yeah, man, that's beautiful that he was able to do that during the time when motherfucker breaking up, man. Because you don't need to be just sulking around. I be seeing people that be sulking all the time after shit happen. Like, bro, you got to get over it. Like, I'm going through my own little thing right now. It's like, man, that's why I'm trying to do these live streams. I'm trying to get back into it, man. We don't try to keep popping these bitches out every fucking day. Like, on some real ass shit, man. Get over that shit and let's keep going, man. We got to keep pushing, bro.
All right. And again, I never wanted this to be public. I think it's all very, unnecessary, but she want to go there. We have to go there just to clear some of the air. And again, there's more, but I hopefully don't have to go through it.
Someone said, priest looks miniature. I am. I'm 5'2".
I'm not entirely sure what it is that I was feeling, but I couldn't even be angry enough to say anything. I just accepted it.
Oh, you hear me tearing up a little bit, boys.
And then everything that followed afterwards was like
the blackmail.
I was getting kicked in every direction. I couldn't talk about it to anybody. Not because I was afraid or reputation.
All right, so you guys can kind of hear it. I mean, spend the whole time there.
I'd rather hear you cry for this than losing the monetization of his channel.
Oh yeah, say
I'd rather
I don't mind.
saving kids was good, but
listen, it's real.
Saving you guys was better.
It's real. It's a difficult thing to experience. So for me, I don't mind. I'm not ashamed of that at all. All right, move on.
I regret that. I regret the way I handled it. I knew you to know that. Like you're saying like you knew what I was going. Like I explained like the debilitating decision making. Like I was doing every day. I was going back and forth every day. I was just trying to figure out what to do, and I regret the way I handled it. And I feel like the first few weeks, I was like thinking about you first. I feel like I was like in a triangle of like, okay, if I don't have the baby, then things can continue going on with Abba. But if I have the baby, then it's just like all this pressure with someone,
I understand that's what you thought in your head, but like, I think the frustrating part for me is I literally flew down to be there for you for the abortion. I don't know how things were going to go afterwards. Like, I would have supported you regardless. But
don't think that I look at you and I don't care about how you feel. Like, you don't think at the time I'm like seeing you and I do love you and I'm like looking at you and I'm like, this guy's devastated. And then a part of me is like, I also don't want to, but I'm like, again, I was like in this triangle where like, okay, if I don't have the baby, things can still move forward because it's like we can still figure out if we're compatible. We can still figure all that out. And yeah, if I don't think if the pregnancy happened, I don't think any of this would have happened. But sorry, go ahead.
If you only do one thing to kick off 2026,
Look at these motherfucking commercials.
Become a board advisor. When I moved to Italy full time,
I always told you the outcome I would have preferred. But I told you I would support you regardless, and I'd be there for you. And I think I try to show up both emotionally and physically by being there in person. I think I went out of my way to try to make that clear to you. And also, didn't lie to you. I didn't tell you I'm going to be fine, everything's going to be great. I told you, like, it's going to be tough on us. It's going to be tough on you. It's going to be tough on me. I don't know how I'm going to change afterwards. I can only tell you that I'm dreading it. And I think that's a reasonable, like, mature response to the whole situation. And I don't need anyone to coddle me or anything like that. I know these things are going to be difficult. And who knows? Maybe it does break us. Who knows? But I would never force you into parenthood before you're ready. And I always told you that.
She did want
always. And I understand you may have not felt that way, but I think you don't know from my perspective. Like, I really tried to convey to you what I wanted while letting you know that I would have your back to the best of my abilities, whatever you choose. And I understand you might have felt differently. I'm just saying what I said and what I tried to do in terms of actions. Okay? Right? Because you didn't want me there for the abortion. Remember? I had to convince you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted to be there for it. And I told you it's my responsibility. It was not to convince you. When I got there at the hotel, I was not trying to talk to you about it. And I know you're trying to say sweet things to me to tell me, like, we'll have more kids in the future. I was like, you don't have to say this stuff. It doesn't make me feel.
I just want to say that's such a weird thing to hear from somebody when they're telling you they want to have an abortion. They're like, oh, by the way, I'm going to give you more kids after we get rid of this one. It is such a bizarre thing. And I know she was just in her own way trying to confirm me, but I'm not gonna lie. When she said that, that shit pissed me the fuck off. But I didn't say nothing.
Good, it's okay.
Yeah, that's a moment where you would use it. Yo, shut the fuck.
Yeah.
When you say, oh yeah, you say it to me all the time.
Yeah. I'm gonna be there. We just got a big day tomorrow. Let's just get through it. And like, that's me telling you I don't like what's happening, but I'm here because I care about you. You understand? So I think what's tough for me is like, I think throughout this whole process, I know, like, you were, and I think I was learning over time. You know, I didn't know at the beginning, but like, you know, after our first large issue post-pregnancy, like, I think I started to understand the mental and like toll it was taking on you. You know, and I was constantly just basically biting my tongue whenever there was something that was happening, because I imagined in my head, like, this is mostly due to the pregnancy, and like it'll be okay.
So that's why I'm saying I'm smoothing over all the problems that she was starting, because in my head, I'm like, most of it's to do with the hormones, the pregnancy, not actually our issues, which wasn't entirely accurate, but I was trying to be diplomatic.
But it was like, you know one thing I don't do, and like, maybe this is just for different reasons, and I don't think you're like malintention, but like, I don't try to convince you that I loved you. You know, I know I loved you, and whether you believe it or not, like, it won't even matter at all to me. But I'll be honest with you, like, when we sat on a call and you're like, you might break up with me because you don't know if you'll be attracted to me. Like, when you were saying all this kind of stuff, like, I was just eating on the chin. But like, there were so many things throughout the whole thing that made me question how you felt about me. You know, I felt like you were quite critical, but I felt like you constantly tried to pull me back in and try to reassure me and that you were here to stay. And then, like, you know, there were like 2-3 times where I was like, it's okay. Like, I don't feel like you want me, and I accept it. Like, this is even like early too. And like, you would always try to tell me, and I'm like, okay.
I don't know if I felt that early. And the conversations I had with you.
So there was a lot of conversations like that where she would like raise a lot of these issues. I'm like, lady, if it's over, it's okay. Let's just let it end. But why do you keep roping me back in? Like, why do you raise a million issues, say you're not sure, and then when I try to leave, you're like, I'm going to kill myself? Or my sister's like, that's what pissed me off more than anything, because I was already ready to go at earlier points. But she's the one who really convinced me to invest myself more. And for her to like quit at the 11th hour was just like, it was a last straw for me. So I'm not going to play more. I'm pretty sure there's more of her admitting how wrong she was, but like, it's fine. At the end of the day, what matters is that it ended. She wanted us to reconcile and wanted us to work things out numerous times. And, you know, I was trying to meet her halfway. I was trying to be supportive of her because we went through something difficult.
Halfway.
And this is the last point I'm going to make. Okay.
The last one.
This is the final point. You guys remember early, I said there was 3 things she said. She never quits, so we established she's a quitter. Yeah. She would keep the child if she was pregnant. Well, you guys see from the messages and everything involved, she wanted to abort it multiple times, and I was the one who didn't want that.
And she won't cut you off.
And the third thing is that she's not a cheater or someone who courts the attention of other men. Why am I bringing this up?
My bad.
After we separated, you know, we had the period like here during this call we were talking. Right. And after that point, you know, I tried to be emotionally supportive of her. I'm like, you know, go to therapy, whatever. We weren't seeing each other physically. She wanted to. She made like a lot of efforts for us to go get back together. After supposedly I did all these bad things, she wanted us to physically be in the same space. And I kept being hesitant about it. I would be like, yes, but my spirit is telling me something's off about this. Okay,
no.
And eventually I came to the answer that no, I don't want that. And I'll show you guys just an idea. And we ended things on good terms, in my opinion.
Apparently not, bro.
I know. But look at this message, okay? Because you guys are going to see, like, I send a message that says, hey, I know you haven't pressured me at all. I appreciate your concern. I thought about seeing you many times, thought about us together, but in the end, I can't bring myself to do it. Know how much I love you. I lost myself in our relationship, and I realized I have a hard time being myself with you. I don't want to go back there. I know you don't want me there. Still, I want to support you from afar. I wrote that last song wrong. She definitely wanted me there, but it doesn't matter. I will always support you from afar. I learned so much from our relationship, and I know how good your heart is, okay? I talk about her the exact same way. Here she is. Happy birthday in advance. I'll be thinking about you on the day. She sent me this like months in advance before my birthday. I'm sorry for coming off inconsiderate or insulting or insensitive on the call. You're right. I was. My heart's been debilitating heavy. It was selfish of me, but it's not fair for me to ask you anything. It was selfish of me, and I'm sorry for being insensitive in so many ways. I'm glad you haven't been feeling what I've been feeling. I'm praying, blah, blah, blah. She mentions how difficult this whole process is for her. But aside from the romance, it is the person I met and the ab I met. And the person in the end, the human in you who I am grieving. I don't just let go of people easy. My heart easy. I'm sorry for absolutely everything from the bottom of my heart. I'll be thinking about you and your happiness, and that's not going to wait anytime soon. It's hurt a lot because I know it was alignment and not the love. Thank you for everything. I know you gave me everything. I'm sorry for everything. I'll be okay. Don't worry about me. I love you. Don't have to text me anymore. I said, hey, I saw your message. I thought of everything. I appreciate you. And I said, I'll be reading for you from afar. Okay. Now, good message, right? While we were talking during this period, and she was really trying to set up meetings, which I think she tried to set up like 2 or 3, and I kept saying no every time, and I canceled on all 3. She told me something that was very interesting. You guys remember how she presented herself as first? Christian woman, very demure, very chill.
You said to me,
you see her Instagram, like, very chill. So, like, this is the person, she would never court the attention of other men. If another man approaches her, blah, 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 all this other stuff. She was, like, overcompensating, and she was very territorial and jealous. And to give you guys some context, if you guys go to my Instagram, I follow, like, 43 people, okay? Most of them dancers or artists or my family members.
But not me.
Not him, So you're not an artist, a family member, or,
or a friend.
So,
how
the reason why I'm contextualizing is really important, this part, okay? Because you're going to start to say my reaction why. When you believe someone, you believe them for who they present themselves. This girl, one time she got mad at me because I was following this like random dancing lady who does like a lot of tutorials and stuff in regards to bachata. I like this stuff. I like watching people. I'm someone who practices dance technically.
You like bachata?
No, but her footsteps, she did Dominican bachata.
Yeah, never mind.
She did Dominican.
No, Dominican bachata is the shit.
Footwork was fire.
I'm a Haitian man giving props to the Dominican for the bachata. I got to give him.
Peep it. Peep it.
Yeah.
I like watching. I don't post comments. I don't like posts. I'm not somebody who's on Instagram Thursdays. To me, that's retarded. I just don't do it. She'd gone through my follow list and had an issue. So I was following 1 or 2 dancers, and I appreciated the fact that they were very gifted. But these actually very talented dancers, okay? So she raises the issue to me, and she's like, I just don't think it's a good look. I just don't think it's appropriate, blah, 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 blah. And me, I'm like, I've never had someone bring this up to me in my past. But I was like, I'm not arguing with you. You're pregnant, whatever. This is a problem. I just unfollowed them. Didn't care. Didn't argue. Why am I laughing? The whole time this lady had a Facebook, Instagram, but she was like following hundreds of dudes, okay? Again, I just don't care. The hypocrisy pissed me off and annoyed me. But I wasn't threatened, okay? So there's this.
Because none of the dudes rollerbladed.
True. They did. I don't know. There's a problem. All right, Rico, we can't let him get in.
You can always slide in, roll through, and then
Peep it. So this lady tells me while we were still talking and she was trying to reconcile things and get back together, even though I felt off, she was telling me she loved me. She wanted to be with me. She really felt like things would work with me, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, and I'm not going to say like she was one-sided, but part of me was just, I was always reluctant. And that's why you can see the text at the end where I'm like, I don't think we can do this. She tells me that she has a project she's doing and it's getting popular. She's like, has this Instagram where she's showcasing her skills or whatever. I'm like, what kind of stuff you posted on there? And this is where she lies. She's like, it's mostly like archery stuff. It's like, it's not like the thirst trap kind. I was like, cool.
It's not.
So tell me, after we stop talking.
Tell me why.
I see this shit come across my feed.
I'm ready to see it. Let's see it.
No, these posts that she was making were during the time that she was trying to get us back and she said we were supposed to make it work.
Right.
Beep it. Let me see here.
Tell me why. And butter, pray. Tell me why.
All right, here it is. Okay. Now look at this.
Let me get out the screen.
That's the account. Mind you, this account she never showed me. I'd ask her, she would never show it. She refused. I was like, "Why are you hiding this account?" She's like, "I just don't feel comfortable." But she's like, "I'm trying things."
You don't feel comfortable showing some shit.
I know why she didn't show me.
You don't feel comfortable showing some shit to someone that you see naked. It's crazy.
Yes, and to someone who you say is your partner is supposed to be. Right. Peep it. And this is why all this is happening. Okay. When I saw this, I was really, because it really made me look at
smart founders know something most people
God damn it, man.
name, even if
I'm
you're
gonna
not
go
ready
back
to
a little
launch
bit.
your business. With Wix, you can
her in some tight dresses.
Hold on. Let's go back a little bit. Go back right there.
Don't feel comfortable showing some shit to someone.
I know why she didn't show me.
You don't feel comfortable showing some shit to someone that you see naked. It's crazy.
Yes, and to someone who you say is your partner is supposed to be. Right. Peep it. And this is why all this is happening. Okay. When I saw this, I was really, because it really made me look at her differently. Okay. So here's Instagram, and you can see these posts for yourself. She got her in some tight dresses. You know what I mean? She want to do her gym progress stuff. What was crazy is that she was replying to every dude. Okay.
You don't entertain what?
Okay. I don't mind. She said these are not thirst traps. Okay. But mind you, there's just some her in a hot dress.
Miguel.
And she's replying to every dude on the planet.
Miguel.
You see it, right? I'm not tripping. You all see that?
Miguel.
Peep it. And she said to me, this is when I found out, I was like, why did you lie to me the whole time? Like, that was really off. And she denied it. She was losing her mind, getting angry at me. You want to know how fraudulent this broad is? I'll tell you what she did. When I found out, I texted her about it. Not because I actually care about this kind of stuff generally. It's just that she presented herself as something. And she was doing the opposite and hiding and pretending. So when I texted her about it, you know what I did before I texted her? I screen recorded. Okay. When I told her about it and then she got on a call later, you know what this girl did? She archived some of the posts. She archived. And when I questioned her about it, she never answered. She would dodge the question. You did this to me. You did. But I'm like, why did you archive the post if you felt like you did nothing shameful? We'll see. I wish I clicked on some of the other pictures. I probably did another video. If you guys look here, I wish I would have done. You can see this one right here, right in the middle, right there, where she got the tight dress on and she makes sure her ass is nice and showing.
It's not an ass. It's
Boobies for sure, but she does a lot of stuff. Look, I've never managed my partner's Instagram in my whole life. Mostly because if this would have been her Instagram off the top, I would not have dated her personally. I don't go to change people. She hid this shit. Who hides an Instagram like this while they're trying to court somebody or try to be? No.
I'm gonna tell you that much. If my girl would have posted shit like that, I wouldn't give a fuck.
Fair.
But I would have a problem with you lying about it.
Mm-hmm.
If you post shit like that,
that's what I'm saying.
Ain't got nothing to do with you, boo boo.
That's what I'm saying.
So, guys are replying, I don't care. I don't care. I generally don't care. Because why? Because at the end of the night, you're coming back home with me. You could talk. You could. I know it's business or whatever, whatnot. You just. I wouldn't care. But if you lying about it, it's kind of weird. It's kind of sus.
But my thing is, she presented herself one way. She took issue with who I followed, which was super PG. And then she was doing that, and she was hiding it, and she was archiving posts, and she was like, she's the one who can't be doing that. That's what I'm saying.
I tell you,
burn them.
Burn them.
So to me, it's like the hypocrisy in the life. And so when she did that, I'm like, oh, so you was doing the shady shit. You was doing the shit. It's like, all right, bye, girl. And then she got mad. She lost it. She was sending me novels or whatever. And this is the reason why she's here today. So at the end of the day, I wish her the best of luck. She can go do this with somebody else, whatever. She can pretend she did nothing wrong because she always does that. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, it was a semi-messy relationship, but it wasn't anything out of the ordinary. And the fact that it's public, I would never want. But she chose this life.
You made it public. That's your fault.
She made it public.
That is your fault. None of this could have went that way, but you went to Watts. You went to TV. You went to Ed, the Fresh and Fit. You went to many more. And it's okay. It's okay. It's okay, my girl. The whole problem of this shit is not that you got pregnant and you want it or not, or want it or not, or want it or not, or want it or not to keep it. Yeah. That's not the issue. The issue is that you're a crazy bitch.
That's it.
That's what the problem is.
And like, just imagine how much of a loser you are right now because you're over here posting all this shit online and like all the red pillars are going to look at you like you're a Jezebel. And if that's what you want to do, then go crazy, girl.
You're giving fuel to all the people.
I'm happy.
You're giving
you and I not co-parenting. We not involved. I got nothing to do with you. Your boy free.
You're giving fuel to all the people that think you are the norm, my girl.
It.
By the end of the day, you're really it's just one crazy out of many.
That's it.
But you're just one crazy girl out of many normal girls, right? The problem was not the hormones because the baby's not there no more, right? You still decide to do this shit now. Yeah. So that had nothing to do with the hormones. You crazy.
Yep.
Succubus.
That's it.
You go through friends, families, and foes. You are crazy. You're a crazy one. Hey, I heard you really dodged one. Oh, if you took her home, it'd be a mess, son. Tell me how you do.
So, everyone like, oh, how you like? I'm not stressing. I know you guys are terminally online like, oh, you must be. I don't give a fuck. I live my life in a way where I try to put my best foot forward. I make mistakes. I fuck up. I do. And I'll always own that. And I said throughout this whole call, there's plenty of things I should have done earlier on, which I didn't do. And I'll own it. But all this narrative that she's building, it's all just bullshit. This girl is being shady. She was being shady. I still don't think she's a horrible person, but I think she got a lot of shit to work through. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah, she had a lot of shit to
work through.
Oh, 100%.
That's it. But at the end of the day, guys, like, this is the best ending. Like, y'all don't realize it. I'm free, nigga. I made it out of Shawshank. I'm Morgan Freeman. I'm all them. I'm out.
Cause y'all free.
So y'all can say whatever y'all want, but just think I might have been tethered to that crazy bitch for my whole life. So I'll go to my therapy. I'll do whatever I gotta do, but your boy happy. That's why I can show up to this light every day. Because just looking at her behavior right now, I texted her today. I was like, you doing this is making me so grateful that we're here right now. Because the opposite end is, bitch, I might have been with you. I get to have a chance to be happy.
What did she reply?
Oh, she tried to pretend like she wasn't bothered. She's like, all right, well, I'll do my other video. I'm like, do whatever you got.
Do your videos. You look stupid.
I'm not stressing. Genuinely. Okay. I got the recordings. I recorded it. As soon as I realized this girl was recording, I said, oh my God, I'm actually going to record a call with someone. I've never done that. And I said, shit, we going to start.
That's a Michael Jackson shit.
That's it.
You want to get me started. That's it. You want to get
But like this whole idea, like, Abba don't want kids. Like, guys, I could tell you, I'm not necessarily someone who has like baby fever or desperately wants kids. If a situation arises, I'm going to take responsibility regardless, whether it's paying child support, whether it's co-parenting, whatever. I didn't want to co-parent with her specifically, to be honest, because one, she crazy as fuck. But secondly, it was because she lived so fucking far. If she was in my city, I would have figured something out. But she lives very far away. I'm not going to fly 9 hours to see my kid like twice a year. Like, that's not reasonable to me. I don't want to have this. And she knew that going into it. That's what really fucked with me. So that's all it was. But this is not a big thing that should ever be online, in my personal opinion. But she put it out there because in her head, she's convinced she's the right party. That she's delusional. She really thinks that, and it's just like that conversation I showed you guys earlier. She'll be like, I was wrong, but Abba was much more wrong. That's all of her, and she's doing it again right now. I can say, yo, say it's 50-50. I don't give a fuck. Say whoever Abba's want, I don't mind. It's a regular relationship bullshit. That's all it is.
I guess this live is going to be public for a while. This live is going to be, yeah.
I'll leave it public. I don't mind.
Leave it public.
Raw and uncut, no editing.
And look, what she actually did was
man should ever call a woman a bitch. No man. Okay. And I'm your.
This is literally what she did, y'all. This is literally what she did in a nutshell. And I know a lot of ladies that do this shit. It's very annoying. It's very irritating that y'all be doing this shit. But this is literally what she did. Check this out, y'all.
No man should ever call a woman a bitch. No man. Okay. And I'm your wife. And you've been through previous relationships, and I'm asking you what happened, what you said to these previous women, and it was nothing. I walked off. But your wife, you can call a bitch, not just once, not just twice, not just in one setting. I remember it's been multiple times in these past 7 months, and it's a trigger for me because when I was younger, I was called that and abused. So, oh, wow. It's really a trigger for me. And it's not like I didn't sit there and tell my husband these things before. So you're not just saying these things because you're upset. You're saying it literally to hurt me. And how could you love me and call me a bitch repeatedly? Like, you don't do that to people you love. Like, and he's like, well, you call me a bitch. And I said, yeah, I have, but it's not a trigger for you. It's not detrimental for you.
That's what old girl just did. This lady literally out of her mouth said, you don't what?
Like, you don't do that to people you love. Like,
you don't call people a bitch that you love, but then proceed to tell us what?
And he's like, well, you call me a bitch. And I said, yeah.
So you call him a bitch, but you telling him he can't call you a bitch because you don't do that to people you love. So do you love him? But no, that's the exact same thing old girl just did in this Abba and Priest video, man. It's like, you doing this shit, but you acting like, ladies, y'all need to work on that shit. That's very annoying.
Nothing.
Like you did her.
That's what I've been saying this whole hit. I'm not gonna lie. The sex was fire. The dates were fire.
Of course.
I'm not gonna look back right now and pretend everything was bad.
Of course, crazy pussy is great. Fuck out of here.
ABG. You know what that is? Asian baby girl. I've never actually been in a relationship with an Asian girl before, but yeah, it was bad. No Filipinos.
I shouldn't even smoke here. Oh, sorry, my bad. Asian baby girl. My cigar.
All right, let's look at some of the questions. Some people had questions.
No, people went crazy with the questions. Thank you very much for everybody that did the donos.
So the members get their questions answered first because the members are the most important. I'll get the rest of you guys later.
Get the members. Golden member. That's my penis. I'm sorry.
How do you feel about her reaching out to content creators to try to paint a narrative? That really rubbed me the wrong way. I mean, I'm not surprised, bro.
It's loser. It's loser thing. What happened?
No.
You good?
No, I'm not. It's just disappointing. You care about somebody, you try to go things with a good foot forward, and to find out they're doing all this other stuff, it's like you're hurt, and you're gonna regret it later, and you're gonna realize how stupid you look. But it's just, and you're not ready to actually accept any of the parts. Like that was a big problem in a relationship, is that she just wouldn't accept her portions of it. So that's how I feel about that.
These motherfucking commercials, bro.
Indian.
Wait, hold on. Let me look through this.
Goddamn.
Sorry to add, I went through something serious, some situation that was similar in a relationship. For what it's worth, fate of the unleashed. Appreciate you, boss. You are accept the fact that she was never pregnant or the baby wasn't yours. Listen, I know that's a common thing, and everyone thinks people are getting baby trapped. Sometimes people make irresponsible decisions. I just got to own my part. No matter what my doctor told me, no matter what, that's on me.
I mean,
that's on me. No, that's on me.
No, it is.
Okay, so you just got to eat that.
Because your doctor told you you had low sperm count. That doesn't mean that you can't.
He told me like that, but it doesn't matter. That's on me. So you just got to own that part. I know the narrative is always, he never had the baby, and it's very convenient. Sometimes he did, and it's very complicated. Sometimes it's just messy. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'll find out later after the fact, but I'm not going to paint her in the most like Jezebel lying light.
Someone la demoiselle va pas bien. Qui est logo? La demoiselle va pas bien.
Some of you are showing me love with the donations. I appreciate it, but I'm not going to read those out, okay? But if people show me love, I see you, all right? Someone said, go dance some salsa. I will. A lot of you clearly don't read or listen. She made the choice and now trying to make her name for herself. I can only imagine the trauma that she would have caused had she kept it. She definitely likes to play the victim. I don't know. I know she's keeping the Instagram. You know, she told me she was going to delete it because she said it's just a stupid experiment that she didn't want to keep. She's kept the Instagram since, right? And maybe this is her trying to launch her career. I know she quit her job recently to go traveling, so it's very convenient that all this is happening at the same time. I'll say for myself, I hope she's happy. I hope she goes find her happy. I hope she heals whatever. I don't care. She's out of my life, so I don't have this vendetta where I'm wishing. I'm just like, go away. That's what I think when I hear about her. Let's see here. Yeah, you can't donate 99 cents to get red shirt. That's crazy. Someone said it must have been very.
Man, we got Op in the building, man. Go ahead and get Op thoughts on this shit real quick. Like, cause I ain't gonna lie, man. This is some typical like relationship type shit, but just when people are in like the public eye and shit. you don't really want to deal with this shit in the public. Like, I don't tell y'all about my personal life. Like, the stuff that I don't care people knowing about, I'll tell y'all that shit. But I don't tell y'all about my personal life and everything that's fucking going on. And for that shit, like, if I had shit to come to the internet, like, bro, I ain't got time for that. But just like he said, I carry myself in a certain type of way where it ain't really, you can't really say too much to me. Like, you know, talk about shit that I do that doesn't harm or hurt anybody. It's not gonna get me on nothing. Ain't gonna make me feel no type of way. I'm just gonna block your ass. But yeah, man, what's your thoughts on this shit, man? Because this shit, you covered the video. You did the video with old girl's telling her story in the very beginning. So yeah, I've got the flow if he got his mic on, because I don't think he got his mic on, y'all. Op ain't got his mic on, y'all. All right, we'll come back to Op, y'all. Let's keep playing, see what the motherfucker talking about.
Difficult with the back and forth, and though it is important to hear someone else's story, the fact that she went to other creators to talk about the situation is yeah. I don't know. But to me, it's just so corny. I just couldn't imagine somebody doing something to me, and I'm like, let me go sabotage this and that. Like, I just don't get it. If I'm done with somebody, I'm moving on with my.
Nah, I fucking get it, and that's somebody that can never come back, no matter how we broke up or what we broke up for. That's you never coming back. You went to my ops, you try to get in touch with my ops to harm me, bitch, you can never come back. Like shit, maybe I could probably deal with a motherfucker sending threatening emails or some shit, goddamn text messages or some shit, like just blowing my phone up, spamming the fuck out of it. I can deal with that, and you might be able to possibly come back depending on if we see some growth. But you really went out and tried to get other people to harm me that you knew I'm at odds with? Nah, ain't no coming back from that one right there. She burned that bridge right there.
That's how you can tell that she has a vengeful nature. Her, it's important for her to get revenge. And she'll yap to me about being Christian all the time and how she's going to Bible study.
Oh, yeah, that was a
and I'm
Christian
like,
way, right?
where's the forgiveness? Where's all that? So you don't have it. You actually are vengeful. You have some evil in you. So it's like, go ahead, girl. If you think this is the right choice,
she a Christian girl?
Oh,
hold on. You need Jesus. And a lot of it.
Yep.
Go to church, bitch.
That's it. But like, yeah, I'll talk about the rest of it. What was the purpose of her making this public, contacting other creators? You might not like to hear this, but unless you were there in person, the clinic, the hospital, abortion results, and there's nothing actually confirmed. I wish I had well. I appreciate you for that comment. Velour Duck. She contacted FNF like those two media illiterate queens were going to expose something.
We call them queens.
A lot of you are weird. No one cares about Myron. I'll take, or his take on this, just need him to run up to Abba and preach back. I don't know.
Get paid, niggas.
I'm sorry you have to go through this in relationships. There's so many difficult situations and it's painful. You didn't get the results you wanted, but I think you got the result that you needed. Guys, I'm not, you know what I said, I'm not ashamed? Like that's what I said before. When you guys try, all you can do afterwards is be like, I gave it everything.
Oh shit, the lead attorney is here.
What's up? He said, you're free W with 100. Shout out to Lead. I hope you are recovering. I know you're going through something related to cancer. And I do hope you are doing better. You know, I think every year I'm going to get cancer. I ain't going to lie to you.
Do what?
Every time I heard that guy's story, I had to turn it off because I was like, my head, you know me, I've always said I felt like I was going to die young. So when I see these dudes around my age or content creators getting cancer and stuff like that, it's like a reminder every year to go get my butt checked.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Me, it's not, it's not if, it's when.
Yeah. Godzilla, God King. You know what's crazy? Myron gonna talk trash about this, but this is a baby situation. Mine couldn't even get Angie to smash. I should pre-read this.
No, that was a good one. No, that was a good one. That was a good one. I'm sorry. Congratulations.
Someone said, read the comments in Stevie Knight's chat on his video. They're all roasting her. I'm like, I'm not gonna bother, man. Listen. Maybe I'm simping. Maybe this is the wrong thing. I don't wish anything bad on her. Like I genuinely loved and cared for this person. I grew attached to the family members and everything involved with her. So I hope they don't have to deal with this because like this social media bullshit that they all gonna hear about that's embarrassing for her is gonna like be like it's stupid. I don't want that for them because they got their problems. And she told me a lot about it. So like honestly, there's a lot more I could say. There's a lot more that's like vindicated. I'm not because I don't want the people around her. They don't deserve that. So I hope she stops being stupid about this.
I'm just gonna address something. Right. Abba, you a simp. Abba. Abba, you been simping. Sure. You know what?
I'm gay too.
I will give him this though. He being the responsible adult about it. And then on top of that, he got way more to lose than she do, man. They got one of the bigger channels on YouTube. So he's being smart about it. And I ain't gonna lie, I would have to handle it the same way if some shit like this popped up on my side. But yeah, he got him though, because a lot of people were calling him gay for the longest. Obviously he ain't gay. Yeah, he can pull a good looking girl. So
no, that's me.
I'm go crazy.
Yes. Well, I mean, that's hurt. Anyways, how about you a simp? You know what? I'd rather be called a simp because I try to do the best that I could to be a good person than being a bad person and realize I was bad. Sneeko. Yeah, Sneeko's catching strays as well. I don't care. Yeah. So you could call him a simp all you want. And maybe he fits the definition. Maybe a lot of things that he did was simpish. And I'll attest to that. That was crazy. There's a lot of things that You forgot yourself out of that. You were not yourself anymore, right? But at the end of the day, for what? Because you were trying to do the good thing. And if I got to be a simp to try to do the good thing and try to do the better thing in order to have the well-being of a person, and then realize that person is batshit crazy, then I'd rather be that and just be a jackass. I don't know. That's me. And if you call me gay for that or being a simp for that, I'd rather be that. I'd definitely rather be that. But once I catch on at you, suck your mouth! And you put this shit online, we can go on. We could go about it.
All right.
I pray I don't never have to deal with that shit, man. I ain't gonna lie. I pray I don't never have to deal with that shit because that shit, and I kind of had to deal with it a little bit before, but like not nothing. Motherfucker didn't know what they was doing, so it's like just get blocked. It's just an easy block. But like this shit, this is something that you actually got to speak on because this motherfucker created a whole YouTube channel, came over there talking about your ass and showing y'all messages and shit, like talking bad about you and shit. It's like you gotta address that shit. And I give him props for getting on it because a lot of people are wondering because all this shit popped off today, y'all. All this shit popped off today, so I'm like, he got on it, man. They did whatever they had to do for their regular shit, but he's like, look, bring it on in. He already at home anyway, so it don't really matter. All the setup at his shit. So just gonna address this shit, man. It's so childish, man. Some of y'all ladies, I ain't gonna bullshit, man. Like he had his faults in this shit, but not really a lot of faults, at least from what he explained. Now, if y'all think that it's got to be another side, go watch the video. I told y'all that Ob did. He did a video of her earlier, and shit, y'all can literally go to her channel once you see the video I put up, because and y'all want to hear the whole goddamn thing. Because I listened to it, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. That was a hard listen right there. It was a hard listen, but I ain't gonna knock the dude, man. He gotta be a little bit smarter, but that's the most I can say to him.
You need to lift your dance thing?
Might need it soon, yeah.
Because dance is gay.
Dancing is gay. I'm gonna go do some gay shit with girls.
Yes, gay shit
I think I pretty much covered most of the stuff. I don't think I have much else to say. Let's see. Is there anything else at the bottom here? Let me just refresh this shit, and then if there's nothing, we're gonna end this stuff. I didn't think it would take this long. I ain't gonna front you.
You never think it's gonna take this long, but this shit like that, the way you was talking and looking down, I was like, oh. At first, I left the place where I was at, and I was like, oh, I'm not gonna make it. The way you was talking, I was like, yeah, no, I'm gonna have plenty of time.
All right, guys, that's it for today. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed that. If you did, cool. But that's all there is to it. So, peace.
All right, and they got up out of there, I guess. I guess they got up out of there, man. But, man, you just got to be smart, man. And the sad part, man, it can be the prettiest ones. Because the way that girl was talking, like the way she talked, you wouldn't think nothing of it, man. Like, you would think that, like, oh, she just this innocent butterfly, whatever the fuck. And he had to do something to her ass. He just had to do something to her. But in all honesty, man, like, I actually... I know that Evan knows how to talk. I know that he knows how to convey his opinion about different things, but I truly, honestly believe I believe his side more than what I heard her say. Because when I listened to her talk, it was a lot of contradictions. If you put it like that, that's the best way to put it. It was a lot of contradictions. I'm gonna let y'all hear a little bit of her talking. Shout out to House of Hypocrites for the video and shit. But I'm gonna let y'all hear some of what she was talking about, man. Because I don't know, man. And I see I don't know if Ab just like to try new things or whatever the fuck it might be, but yeah, this way he went for. I gotta come back over here to the side. Yeah, we gotta come back over here to the side now. Yeah, because I'm done with that. All right, let's go ahead and jump into it.
ABBA resorts to name calling and degrading language and resorts to ridicule and mocking, and it does teeter on the emotionally and verbal abusive side. And I hate to put a label on it like that, but that is truly what it felt like.
All right, yeah, fuck all that.
And they know how people see that. So let's continue.
I met ABBA July of 2025 last year, and it was really fun, and it was really interesting, and it was honestly full of love. 4 months into the relationship, I start to see incompatibilities and inconsistencies that made me question.
Yeah, I'll listen to this girl now.
And started to make me feel doubt. Ironically, as I started to feel those doubts, I found out I was pregnant. I was very nervous, but I knew I wanted to keep the child. I told Abba about the pregnancy, and he was actually very supportive. He was very excited. He always talked about how much he wanted children. And he said he was sure about the pregnancy, and he said that he was always very sure about me. I, however, did not feel sure about Abba. Like I had mentioned, I started to see some core fundamental differences with our values, our lifestyle, and especially how Abba handled things emotionally and how he handled things communicatively. As time goes on, during the pregnancy, I feel even more anxious and more nervous. And I think I start to confuse my anxiousness with being with Abba or moving forward with Abba, with my confusion and anxiousness with the pregnancy and if I wanted to continue the pregnancy or not. And terminating the pregnancy was never in the question. It was something I never wanted to do.
You started confusing yourself. You trying to tell us you was confused on how you felt about the situation of being with Abba or having a baby with Abba, but then come back and say, "Oh, well, terminating the pregnancy was never an option." But she's going to speak about how she's.
Now y'all remember that point because he's saying like the way she's talking in here, she was acting like the pregnancy was not an option. But according to what we saw with Abba, and he showed receipts, it was only one time that she was kind of in for having a baby, and that was in the beginning of finding out. But she was against it the rest of the way. She was flip-flopping from having it and having an abortion, having it and having an abortion, having it and having an abortion. So like she came in here lying already, and she had to know that like this dude. I guess I don't know if she think that she called him blindsided or something, but like, girl, you need to know who the fuck you dealing with. You should have watched some of his videos and seeing how he go in there dealing with folks, especially when he beefing with them and shit. Like the dude, he ain't stupid. Like he operate the way I operate when motherfuckers be on that hoe ass shit. You gonna be on that hoe ass shit? Okay, we can play that game if you want to play that shit online. Like we didn't had to do that over here before. Motherfucker, goddamn took a break from YouTube for a little bit, but I don't know why she didn't calculate that, but I guess you in your feelings and you just want to go scorch earth on every fucking body. And ladies, y'all gotta stop doing that shit. Y'all break up with a dude and shit. Stop trying to ruin that motherfucker reputation. You was with that motherfucker, man. You was with that motherfucker. Yeah, your feelings might be hurt, but why the fuck you want to hurt? I don't know. I ain't. Yeah.
Council 3 to 4.
I don't hear that nigga talking.
Tried to support the decision as much as he could, but you can tell that he was struggling with it a little bit.
I don't know. It sounds like it sounds like whatever lifestyle that he was living or had before she showed up, she was trying to attempt to change that. This is why she say their values and things on how they see things in life didn't add up. So when you get to the baby point, you still see that you can't change this man, but you saying he was supportive and he was into what, you know what I'm saying? He was into you, but you couldn't get down with his program. So when the baby involved, it just seemed like you were mustering up all the issues. You saying, yeah, he's emotionally abusive. What is that? What is that? If you have a disagreement or strong opinions about something, when you noted the fact that y'all don't align in the same viewpoints and values. Only reason I'm like this because nobody knew this about Abba. I don't even care for Abba. I know he beef with Fresh and Fit. Fresh and Fit is about to have a field day with this, but Abba has to respond as well. You feel me? But what is the point of you come tell the internet that this man didn't want a baby with a woman he met 4 months prior?
That part right there. That's clout chasing. She trying. I don't know. She want to try to get big on social media. Like Abba said, she just quit her job a few weeks ago. Like, look, I don't know what her channel name is, but she gon' garner some fucking subscribers, y'all. Like just off of this shit, just because of who she was associated with. And a lot of ladies in society, regardless of what they want to say, that strong and independent bullshit, all that woot woot stuff. Majority of these women that get famous and get powerful and shit, you know them because they align with a rich and famous motherfucker. And Abba them make good money on YouTube. I'm just put it like that. They make good money on YouTube. They stay in their lane though. And that's something that I know I'm gonna do right. I ain't gonna be like all these other motherfuckers trying to go get on CNN or do all this. Stay in my motherfucking lane, bitch. Mind my motherfucking business. But lady, nobody would even know who the fuck you is. And it's crazy that fucking motherfuckers made it known because motherfuckers found out quick when she made that fucking account, bro. That's crazy.
And yeah, he slipped up, he messed up, but the onus is on you as well. You want to keep the baby, he don't. They gonna shame him. He wants to keep a baby, but you don't. They gonna praise you. So it's like you trying to, you don't know this man, but you want to keep the seed because your values align with not aborting the child. But why didn't your values align with marry before you carry, so you won't have to be in this particular position?
Hello, my name is Adam Ferrari,
Hey, you got
Chief
a point
Executive
now.
Officer of Phoenix Energy.
We talked about that last night, y'all. We talked about that shit last night with all these so-called Christian folks. It's like you wanna use that Bible to chastise other motherfuckers and shit. But then when you look in their own personal life, it's like you doing shit that I could chastise you about. Like, don't try to portray this image or something and then go and do the complete opposite of what that image is. That's like seeing the pastor at the strip club on Saturday and then he in the pulpit on Sunday. Like, bro, what the fuck you doing in there?
We make our first appointment for the abortion, and Abbott visits me to be there for me, and we don't go through with it that day. And when he leaves, I make another appointment, and I cancel that one. And I think in total, I canceled 3 abortion appointments. And I think, maybe I should give it more time and see if my feelings change. And so I set an appointment for after the trip I had planned to Montreal.
And this is shit that he was talking about, y'all, when he said like his mind was getting wrecked. It's like, because this girl keeps saying she gonna have the baby, she not gonna have the baby, she gonna have the baby. I know that feeling, because it like when a dude got to deal with a situation, an issue, and there's nothing he can do to fucking change it. Like, there's nothing. Powerless to do any goddamn thing, but the person that has the power in this situation is flip-flopping with you. Bro, that will wreck anybody's fucking brain. I fucking went through this shit multiple times before. And I'm like, nigga, nah, bro, make a fucking decision and stick to it, bro. Stop fucking playing with me. Stop talking to me. Like, stop talking to me. Don't even bring that shit up to me. Either just let me know what it is and leave me alone, because that shit is irritating as fuck. She's literally telling us, like, she's confirming what Abba was talking about. She flip-flopping. He flew down there to goddamn with you. He flew down there with you to be there with you while you had the procedure. You cancel that bitch. Then you made another one. You cancel that bitch. You made another one. You cancel that bitch. And we already know what the messages were in between. So you fucking with this dude now. Like, technically, you fucking with him.
To visit Abba. I visit Abba in Montreal, and we get into our biggest fight. And this was a real turning point for me. And I know it's hard to imagine Abba upset, but he does get there.
And I hate the language. We get into our biggest fight. No, you get into your biggest argument.
And not only does he get there, he goes past the point of the threshold of where anger should stop. Abba resorts to name calling and degrading language, and resorts to ridicule and mocking, and it does teeter on the emotionally and verbal abusive side. And I hate to put a label on it like that, but it is truly what.
Hold on. I got a lady for that.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Not that again.
I'll let her continue.
And don't take my word for it. I will be posting examples in this video or the next video. After that trip, I realized.
Mind you, she been keeping receipts ever since.
Yeah, that part right there, man. But I'm gonna leave that shit alone, man. Look, Abba, I think you addressing it. Hopefully, you ain't got to keep talking about it. But she gonna come out with some more videos about you, because she got to ride this wave right now. She got to ride this wave that she done established for herself. But yeah, look, I guess, gents, in this situation, like, even if your doctor tell you that you can't, hit a home run. You might need to still put that Jimmy hat on. I don't know, man. It's just another example of a bitch getting mad at the nigga left her and don't give a fuck, and now she just want to get revenge on the motherfucker. That's what I see. Abba could have did things differently, but all in all, man, I know how it is when you trying with somebody, like, you actually care about them, and fucking they doing things that bother you. And I'm speaking from the man's perspective, like, you with somebody and you actually really care about them, and they doing things that's pissing you off, but you trying to work through these issues, you trying to change them a little bit. I get that. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. In this situation, it obviously didn't work, because obviously we talking about this shit tonight. But man, I don't know what to tell him, man. Abby, he got it over there. Like, I don't feel too bad for him, but I will come to his defense if I think he in the right about some shit, because he talk a lot of shit about a lot of shit that I have issues with. But the nigga ain't wrong in this situation, in my opinion. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Man, y'all hit that like, subscribe, share, turn notifications on, all that in the bag of chips. Y'all see the 3 channels down below. Make sure y'all go sub if y'all have not subbed to one of these channels. All these channels. Make sure you go check them out, because we trying to grow around here, y'all. But yeah, we gonna get the fuck out of here, and I'll catch y'all in the next one as always, man.